Assalamu alaikum. This is Prapunti Chakraborty welcoming you to the English news from BTV Chattogram. Let's begin with the headlines. Government to exempt VAT on sea-going vessels of over 5,000 deadweight tonnage. National Consensus Commission begins third round of discussions with political parties. Jakshu and Hall Union elections completed. Vote counting underway. ICT fixes next week for defense hearing and order on charge framing in case against humanity against during July-August mass uprising. Death toll in ongoing movement in Nepal rises to 30. Former Chief Justice Sushila Karki emerges as leading contender to head interim government. Viewers, those were the headlines. Now moving on to the details. The Advisory Council has exempted the import of seagoing vessels with a minimum capacity of more than 5,000 dot from the applicable value-added tax. The decision was taken at a meeting of the Advisory Council held at the Chief Advisor's office in Tejgaon, charged by Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus. After the meeting, Chief Advisor's Press Secretary Shofikul Alam briefed the reporters at the Foreign Service Academy. He said Dakshu election was peaceful. The Advisory Council thanked the Home Affairs Advisor for conducting the elections smoothly. The Press Secretary said the Chief Advisor has emphasized decentralization and strengthening of local government.
সমুদ্রগামী জাহাজ যাদের ন্যূনতম ডেট ওয়েটেজ টন মানে এটার যে ধারণ ক্ষমতা 5,000 DWTর ঊর্ধ্বে তার আমদানির ক্ষেত্রে আরোপনীয় সমুদ্রয় মূল্য সংযোজন কর অব্যাহতি প্রদান করা হয়েছে। ক্যাবিনেট মনে করে যে এটার অব্যাহতির মাধ্যমে বাংলাদেশের প্রাইভেট সেক্টর বা পাবলিক সেক্টর বোথ সেক্টরের থেকেই আরও বেশি করে সমুদ্রগামী জাহাজ প্রকিউর করা হবে, কেনা হবে এবং যেটা আমাদের ইন্টারন্যাশনাল মানে ফরেন ট্রেডের ক্ষেত্রে এটা খুবই আমাদের জন্য হেল্প করবে। হোম অ্যাডভাইজারকে ধন্যবাদ দেওয়া হয়, আপনি ডাকসু ইলেকশন পিসফুল হয়েছে সেই বিষয়ে। আর 10টি রিফর্ম কমিশনের যেই সুপারিশমালা আগে দেওয়া হয়েছিল সেগুলোরও একটা রিভিউ করা হয়। সেখানে বলা হয় যে 51টি সুপারিশ বাস্তবায়িত হয়েছে, অন্যান্যগুলো বাস্তবায়ন হচ্ছে।
The National Consensus Commission has begun its third round of discussions with political parties on ways to implement the July National Charter. The talk started this morning at the Foreign Service Academy in the capital. Earlier, in two separate phases, the Commission formally held discussions with political parties. In those sessions, consensus and decisions were reached on 84 reform proposals concerning the Constitution, electoral system, judiciary, anti-corruption commission, police, and public administration reform commission. These will form the basis of the July National Charter, the draft of which has already been finalized by the Commission. After seeking opinions from experts on this implementation framework, the Commission is now engaging in dialogue with political parties. At the beginning of today's discussion, Commission Vice Chairman Professor Dr. Ali Riaz stated that the future course of Bangladesh depends on the success of the Commission's reform process. Other participants in the discussion include Commission member Dr. Bodiul Alam Mujumdar, Justice Imdadul Haq, Dr. Iftikharuzaman, Dr. Muhammad Ayub Mia, and the Chief Advisor's Special Assistant Monir Haidar. Representatives from 30 political parties, including BNP, Jamaat-e Islami, NCP, Gano Adhikar Porishod, Nagorik Oikko, Gano Shongoti Andolon, Communist Party of Bangladesh, Revolutionary Workers' Party, and AB Party are attending the meeting. Voting has just concluded for the Jahangirnagar University's Central Students' Union, Jakshu, and Hall Union elections. After nearly 33 years, the long-awaited election has created a festive atmosphere among students. In this Jakshu election, these are around 12,000 registered voters. A total of 623 candidates are contesting, including 178 candidates vying for 25 positions in the Central Union. In the Hall Unions, 445 candidates are contesting 315 positions across 21 halls, with 15 positions in each hall. In the Central Union, 131 candidates are running from 8 panels, while the remaining 48 are contesting as independents. Additionally, in the Hall Union, 64 positions have no candidates, while 124 positions have been filed unopposed. To ensure smooth conduct of the election and maintain law and order on campus, about 1,200 police and answer personnel have been deployed. The newly elected leaders of the Dhaka University Central Students' Union from the United Students Alliance paid homage at the Raater Bazaar Intellectuals Memorial, offering prayers at the graves of martyrs of the Liberation War and the July Uprising. Newly elected Dakshu Vice President Sadiq Qaim led the delegation this morning, accompanied by Central General S.M. Forhad, Assistant General Secretary Mohiuddin Khan, and other members. While speaking to reporters, Sadiq Qaim said the martyrs remain a beacon of inspiration. While the nation was in despair, the martyrs showed us the way forward. The new VP added that upholding the ideals and aspirations of the martyrs would be their mission. The International Crimes Tribunal 1 has fixed next Sunday for the defense hearing and Tuesday for the order on charge framing in the case over crimes against humanity during the July-August mass uprising, including the shooting of Amir Hussain, who has hanging from a cornice in Rampura, and the killing of 2 others. The 3-member tribunal, headed by Justice Muhammad Ghulam Murtuza Majumdar, passed the order today. The other members of the panel are Justice Muhammad Shofiul Alam Mahmud and Justice Motihul Haq Enam Chaudhary. At today's hearing, Chief Prosecutor Muhammad Tajul Islam placed arguments on the charge framing, while Amir Hussain and Sanawar Hussain represented the defense. During the hearing, the prosecution represented details of the July 19 incident. Briefing reporters later, Chief Prosecutor Tajul Islam said that on July 19th, amid the anti-discrimination student movement, Amir Hussain clung to the cornice of an under-construction building out of fear to save his life. At that time, police spotted him and fired 6 rounds at him. Earlier on September 1st, the tribunal appointed state defense lawyers for 4 accused, including then DMP Commissioner Habibur Rahman. The tribunal also set today's date for the charge framing hearing. Another accused in the case, ASI of Police Chanchul Chandro, is already in custody. Meanwhile, in another case over crimes against humanity for the killing of 6 people in Dhaka's Chankarpul during the July-August mass uprising, the tribunal has fixed September 14th as the next date for witness testimony against 8 accused, including former DMP Commissioner Habibur Rahman. The order came today after the 6th day of witness testimony and cross-examination before the panel led by Justice Muhammad Ghulam Murtuza Majumdar. The tribunal recorded the testimony of 2 eyewitnesses today. In the previous 5 days, testimonies and cross-examinations of 11 witnesses were completed. Earlier in the morning, 4 accused detained in the Chankarpul case, along with 1 accused in the Rampura killing case, were produced before the tribunal. Now, international news. The death toll in the ongoing Gen Z movement in Nepal has risen to 30, with over 1,000 people injured across the country. The information has been confirmed by Nepal's Ministry of Health and Population. According to the ministry, a total of 1,033 people have been injured during the protest. Among them, 713 have been released after receiving treatment, while 253 people remain hospitalized nationwide. Despite the resignation of Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli, the situation in Nepal remains tense. In light of the continued unrest and instability, the Nepalese army has taken control of national security. The army will be responsible for maintaining law and order until a new government is formed. In an effort to restore peace, army patrols have been deployed throughout the streets of the capital, Kathmandu. Authorities are working to stabilize the situation swiftly. A nationwide curfew has been imposed, which will remain in effect until tomorrow. Amid the violent protest and political uncertainty, the name of former chief advisors and Chief Justice Sushila Karki has emerged as the leading contender to head the interim government. According to NDTV, protesters have chosen her as their representatives. Israeli attacks across Gaza have killed more than 50 people so far today as the assault to capture Gaza City and force 1 million Palestinians from their homes continues. Israeli warplanes have carried out more bombings of Yemen's capital Sana'a and other locations around the country. 5 more Palestinians, including a child, have died of starvation and severe malnutrition in the past 24 hours. Israel's war on Gaza has killed at least 64,656 people and wounded 163,503 since October 2023. Meanwhile, Qatar's Prime Minister Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman bin Jassim Al Thani has called for Israeli leader Benjamin Netanyahu for being brought to justice for state terrorism following a deadly Israeli attack on Doha. Qatar's Ministry of Foreign Affairs said that Qatar will continue its role as a trusted and impartial mediator in the region and beyond, despite statements made by Netanyahu. Now, sports news. Cricket. Bangladesh skipper Liton Das won the toss and opted to bowl in their Asia Cup T20 opener against Hong Kong at the Shad Hussain Place with off-spinner Mehdi Hassan. Meanwhile, Hong Kong, who received a 94-run hammering at the hands of Afghanistan on Tuesday, are unchanged.